Welcome to Today in Nashville, the at-home edition. We're dancing. We're getting the aerobic activity. Kelly Sutton, Carole Sullivan, get that heart rate up.
Sullivan, get that heart rate up. Have you done TikTok with her yet?
No, she won't let me. She doesn't have her own TikTok account. She just watches people's TikToks. And then I suggested it, and the look of horror and shame came over her. And so I have not.
I have seen so many cute ones with like parents and grandparents, but yes, agreed. I did get one with my daughter, but I don't think she ever wanted it posted, but I posted it. I don't know. Anyway, it doesn't matter, but they won't do another one with me.
Well, we need just to do one. We'll do one virtually like this. We'll learn it, and then I can turn the screen sideways so it'll show a full body shot of you, and we'll dance. That's what we'll do.
I like that. Well, you know I'm an exceptional dancer.
Exceptional. Yes, you are. I love
exceptional is good word.
Exceptional. Yes. We have so many hidden talents. And one that we just keep coming back to is that we both want to sing. And I say want instead of can or need to or should. We just want to sing. It's in our blood. It's in our soul. And we keep coming back to the fact there's so many people that have been in the broadcast industry that have put out an album, including people at our own station. But she's like, great, yeah.
Well, that
used at our own station.
But that used to be the thing, especially in the 70s and the 80s. In fact, okay, hold on. Might take me a second. Okay, this was just posted by a work colleague. Okay, so see this nice gentleman? This is Leon Bibb. Leon Bibb sings. You know what he also does? He anchors the news. Leon Bibb is still on TV in Cleveland, but is a longtime anchor in Cleveland. And as this time period, the anchors would do albums and really show their stuff, saying, hey, I'm not just one trick pony who can read the news. I can sing.
Carole, tell me what's on the album. I didn't get to see the list. I need a track list of what Leon sang.
Hold on. Stand by.
Get the specs.
Let's find out what Leon sings.
This is
Joey. I got a sound. CC Rock. Lose it on the stairs? I don't know. I'm sure they're wonderful ditties.
What is that? That's horrible. Oh my gosh. I have so many questions. Did he write the songs? Is he ASCAP? Is he BMI? Is he getting paid royalties? Where do we find this album? Can you buy it online? Does he have a SoundCloud account? I don't know. There's so many questions right now.
Let's get to the real. How much would it cost? What's studio time for you and I? What would that be? Or we don't need studios. We just need this, don't we? But we need a cover.
Well,
the cover's what it's all about.
100%. 100%.
Like airbrush, like AHA. Remember AHA in the 80s? They did airbrush, and ours could be airbrush. Like,
Take on Me? Are you kidding? It's awesome. Oh, you mean like cartoon us? We should cartoon ourselves a little bit. So here's the fun thing. I
think I prefer myself not in real life picture.
So crazy. I have a little bit of a working recording booth to my right. So, I mean, we could make this happen. I feel like this is in our future at some point. Yeah. So send in your submissions now, songwriters. You want Carole and I to butcher your song on an album that will never get sold nor published. Send them on in.
But it'll get talked about forever. We'll never stop talking about it. And since we don't have any producers in our ears or anyone telling us to stop talking, we'll just promote it forever.
I was going to say, actually, we do have, Paul is sitting behind the camera giving me the no. So we have he's our Gelman. He gives us the big no.
Now, mind you, we have a huge, wonderful, incredibly talented team that you don't see here. So they could just edit all of it out. Oh, talk about the album again. Delete.
Delete. Okay, family fun things. Have you had anything amazing that you've wanted to do? I mean, summer's kind of winding down. Is there a trip? You guys are really outdoorsy though. You always do like some kind of camping trip. I thought you'd have something on the books.
No, listen, it's a soul-crushing year, Kelly. None of that is happening. However, I do have some books which might intrigue you next to me. My youngest very much wants a dog, has told us how much he doesn't like the cat and he feels like it's mutual. And so he'd like a dog. So I am getting lists of how much it would cost for a dog. He's been looking at how much a water bowl will cost. It's really sweet. He's 9. So he's not around right now, but I went to the library and I got myself a couple dog books because I thought, well, maybe I should just read up on these animals, try to understand them. And that's where I'm at.
Okay. So did you have a dog? Did you grow up with dogs?
Didn't have a dog. I didn't grow up with a dog. I was severely attacked by a dog and it bit my face and I had plastic surgery and it was like sort of traumatic. I'm not afraid of dogs. I'm not averse to dogs. So there's that. Like, I'm never like, oh, come kiss me. Like, I'm not doing that ever. And I approach dogs, with my hand, have them smell it first, and all those things. I do think there's value to a child having a pet in their life, that they love and have attachment to. So I'm being open to the idea of getting a dog.
Yeah, I see. I mean, I can understand.
Seem like a lot of work.
Listen, okay, so I'll tell you the biggest thing is, yes, they're amazing, and I've always been a dog person, and I think my parents had dogs before they had me, and I was just part of the pack at that point, and just got thrown in with the, hunting dogs and bird dogs and whatever. But the hardest part will be, in my opinion, the adjustment of when you want to go somewhere. You cannot leave the dog by himself like you can a cat. That's the biggie. That is our biggest problem whenever we're going somewhere out of town or, somewhere for a long period of time. If I'm going to be away from the house, finding a dog sitter, finding somebody that'll come and take care of the dog. That's going to be the biggest hurdle. If you feel like you can get through that, absolutely. Yes. 100%.
So a friend of mine I was talking to the other day, and I thought this was interesting. She said, Carol, do you have a lot of people walking their dogs in your neighborhood? And she has dogs, grew up with dogs and the whole thing. And I said, oh yeah. I go, that's part of the reason why I don't get a dog. I'm like, it looks exhausting. They're out all the time walking this dog, like who's got time for that? So anyway, she goes, that wasn't always the case. She goes, I grew up with dogs. She's like, we never walked the dog. She goes, it wasn't a walking thing. She's like, the dog went outside. My dad trained him to go to the bathroom in this one area and came back in. This whole, you have to be walking the dog all the time. She goes, this is relatively new. And that blew my mind. Is this true? I think it is. Because when I was a kid, yeah. I don't ever remember people walking their dog, except for that one terrible day when that dog was outside and so was I. But I won't tell you about my traumatic childhood experience.
Oh, girl, no, please. Now, here's what I will say. Just hearing what you're saying to me, I'm going to throw out a suggestion. And viewers, tell me if you think this is a crazy idea. Hit us up today in Nashville. That's where you find us on Instagram and Facebook and all the things. I think you should look.
Find us. We're not hard to find.
Yeah, we're not hard to find.
Kelly Sutton, Carole Sullivan.
Yeah,
we're easy to find.
We're around. So I think you would look into getting a retired greyhound. Okay, here's why. Hear me out. You already have a fenced-in yard. They are a big dog, but they are couch potatoes. They do not like to have a whole lot of energy. They will run a little bit, like once a day. You give them some exercise. Big old couch potatoes, big enough for all 3 of your kids to cuddle at the same time.
Everybody gets a piece of this dog.
Everybody gets a piece of the dog. That's what I'm saying. Okay, so we're going to continue this conversation. We've got more to talk about. It's Today in Nashville. You know, we cover all the stuff. So don't go anywhere. We will be right back after this.